This was me weighing 59 kilograms before my gym journey. And after I stepped into the gym, it became my second home. I wanted to just train, eat, sleep, repeat. I was not skipping the gym. And along the way, I faced so many difficulties and challenges, and I was doing so many things the wrong way. I was doing so many mistakes. Still, I saw results in what I do, and I wanted to learn more about nutrition and fitness because I really wanted to improve my physique. And after I applied my knowledge after years of learning that science, I started to see results, and it became even more addictive. In this video, I want to talk about what it actually takes to build your dream physique, because trust me, it is not that easy, but if you stay consistent and push through, you will see your dream physique. Let's begin. The very first thing that I want to talk about are the expectations. That is usually the first thing that people think about even before their first time stepping into the gym. From my first year of training, I learned a lot. I also had high expectations. I said to myself that for 1 year I would just give my all. I would train hard. I would stuff my face with food. And I thought that everything would happen just like that. Little did I know things are not working like that. After my first year, I got disappointed by the results that I achieved. Everyone who starts at the gym has that perfect image in his mind where he has already achieved his dream physique. Some people think that they could do it for like 1 month. Some people think that they could do it for 3 months, 1 year. You can still do a lot. You can change your physique in 3 months, 1 year. It is absolutely true, but you cannot build your dream physique for like 3 months or 1 year. A lot of you guys are being delusional, like I was in the beginning, which is not a bad thing. Achieving your dream physique takes a lot, especially when you're learning. It took me a few years to understand nutrition, to understand how I should train in order to start changing my physique. There's a lot of challenges that will come along your way. Sometimes unpredicted things happen and we can do nothing about it. Those things set us back, because if you want to build your dream physique in the gym, trust me, you need to be consistent at all times. And sometimes, whatever you do, things do not happen fast. In order for your body to get used to the workouts, to your training regimen, to your nutrition, it takes time. In order for you to start understanding how to manipulate your workouts and your nutrition, it takes time. Everything takes time. And my first year of training was like trial and errors. Failing at the gym. I didn't learn nothing about nutrition for like 3 years. Absolutely nothing. I just stuffed my mouth with food. I was just training hard. I was skipping leg day. I want to explain that because I can spare you so much time. You can skip those trials and errors and just save yourself 2 years, 3 years. It takes time. Especially if you're tall like me. I've been training my whole life and I'm still chasing my dream physique. I haven't achieved it yet. Your muscles cannot grow overnight. It takes gaining weight, shredding the fat. Gaining weight, shredding the fat. It takes so much time. It takes proper training in the gym. Things do not go as planned. You will fail to create a good workout plan. You will undertrain certain muscle groups. You will overtrain. You will do that until you get good at it. And once you get good at it, once you get better at manipulating your nutrition and workouts, once you understand what is happening, then you will see the progress. That's what I'm saying, that you guys you're being so delusional. You think that your first year will be ideal. You will just step into the gym, you will just train consistently for 3 months and everything will happen. You will gain muscle, the conditions will be perfect. Nothing will be perfect, guys. And you will fuck up a lot of times. You will feel like a piece of shit a lot of times in the gym. You will not be concentrated. You will not give it your all. You will not train enough. There's so many factors that over time you understand them and you correct those mistakes, but it takes time. The first year is for learning. Accept that it will take time. Do not set any kind of limitations, any kind of time periods. I got humble over the years, because I understand that no matter what I do, no matter how much I train, my body is building muscle at certain speed. I need to watch out for my sleep. I need to watch out for for the food that I eat, the stress that I'm going through. It will take 3, 4, 5 years 6 years, 7 years. For some people, it's taking a whole decade. Do not expect to be perfect and to build your absolutely dream physique for like 1 year. You need to get used to failing at first. You need to understand what correcting your mistakes looks like. Once you know how to correct your mistakes, then every single mistake, you already know how to deal with it. And that's the big game here. Staying consistent. See what you're doing wrong and correct that. I've been going through a lot of courses and internet, YouTube, personal experience, and I understand a lot of things about training. And now I know a lot of things, and I know how to manipulate my diet. And now everything is easier for me, and I can structure my 1 year ahead with like the bulking, the cutting phase, everything. I can structure them, and I know how much time it would take me to gain a certain weight and lose the fat that I want to lose. But that comes through experimenting. Do not expect your first 3 months to change your physique to a degree that people cannot recognize you anymore on the streets, and they're just like, wow, this guy is now Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, this will not happen. Now let's talk a bit about nutrition. In order to have those big muscles and shredded physique that you want to have, you need to first bulk, then cut, and you need to be really good at those things. The main thing here is that in order to gain weight, you need to be in a caloric surplus. This means bulking. So the typical range for bulking, the one that I'm doing, that I'm sticking to, is 250 to 700 calories surplus. The less additional calories that you eat, the higher the muscle to fat ratio will be. The more additional calories that you consume on top of your maintenance calories, the more fat you will accumulate. If you want to build muscle slow and steady, if you want your shredding phase to be faster, you need to gain weight slow. This means to be in the lower range. If you want to gain muscle and accumulate more fat faster, you need to eat more. In order to shred the fat, you need to be in caloric deficit. This means staying once again in a range where you don't lose muscle, where you retain your muscle and still lose the fat that you want to lose. So the caloric deficit that you need to be in is between 250, 500, 700 calories top. The 500, 700 calorie deficit is a very aggressive deficit. That is a time where you will lose muscle tissue. You cannot just lose fat. That's not how things work. But if you stay in the 250 calorie range, you will retain muscle. You need to increase your protein intake as well. You need to pay attention to your protein during the deficit in order to retain that muscle. Those are the basics of gaining weight and losing fat. For the bulking, you need to be consistent with staying in the calorie surplus in order to gain weight. And you need to train hard if you want to build muscle. When I go into the bulk, I know that I will eat more calories and I will have to push harder in the gym. I have more energy for my body in order to recover better and to build muscle. That's what the surplus is for. Eating more in order to recover better and build muscle. And after you have gone through that 5, 6, 7, 1 year bulk, after that you'll go into the shredding phase. You stay in the 250 to 700 calorie range. And during that time, you will feel low energy, you will feel energy depleted, you won't recover that much, you have trouble sleeping. The deficit is not something that is easy thing to do. You will crave sugar, you will restrict yourself from many things. And once again, in that time, you need to be consistent with your calories. Do not just be in a deficit for like 2 weeks and after that you eat whatever you want for like 2 weeks. It doesn't happen like that. If you want to shred the fat that you want to shred, you need to be in a constant caloric deficit with high protein intake. That's the only thing that you need to know about the caloric deficit. I don't want to fill your head with so many information. I just want to tell you what you need to know. Do you need to train hard in the deficit? Yes, you need to train hard in the deficit. Being energy depleted and having low energy doesn't mean that you need to train lighter. You need to train hard even in the deficit. That's a question that I would be so glad if someone had answered me early on. Those are the things that you need to know. Let's go to the training part. What kind of workout split I should do? I can tell you whatever. I've been training push-pull legs, I've been training the bro split routine. I'm training bro split routine. I can tell you that every single routine is working. You can train 3 times, you can train 5 times. It is more optimal to train 5 times because in that time you can get to the volume that you need to go to in order to build muscle. This means the volume of the sets, the reps. Working out 3 times a week is for the beginners because they don't need that much volume. Train 3 times a week is fine, but after the first 2-3 months you need to go to the working out 5 times in order to see optimal results. Every single routine works. If you prefer push-pull legs, do push-pull legs. If you prefer the bro split training, do the bro split training. It's absolutely fine. Everything works. So the most important thing in the gym is progressively overloading. Stay consistent with increasing the weight on your bench press, on your shoulder press, on your squat. Stay consistent with tracking your progress in the gym. You just need to add a bit more to your lifts each week in order to build muscle. You need to stimulate that muscle every single week in order to grow. If you're staying inconsistent, if you're swapping up the exercises every single workout, if you're not tracking the weight that you do your bench press, your pull downs, your squat, you will not build muscle. You need to know for the squat 100 kilograms, the next week you will try 102 kilograms, the third week you try 105 kilograms. So the progressive overload, how I do it, I train 4 weeks. The first week I train 2 reps shy from failure, the second week 1 rep shy from failure, and the last 2 weeks I train to failure. That's how I do it. That's what I find optimal for me, and during that time I increase the weight. In the 5th week I deload. That is a week where I train at 50% or like I don't train at all in order to give my time, my body time to adapt to everything that I have done during that mesocycle, 1 month of training. That is the thing that has built my muscle, progressive overload. And the last thing you need to know, and that is your mindset. What is the mindset that I want you to adopt? If you think that building your physique will take 1 year, multiply that by 3. If you think that you'll get good at planning your workouts, your nutrition, manipulating your calories for like 1 year, multiply that by 3. Be willing to spend those 3 years and learn those things. That way, you will ensure that you will stay on track for another 2 years. That's how I do it. So the first 2 years, I did not achieve. I have achieved a decent amount. I have built a decent amount of muscle, but I said to myself for the next 3 years, I thought that I once again was thinking that like the next year will be my year. I will build my physique. After 1 more year, I was like, after 3, 4, 5, 6 years, that will be the. If I continue to work heavy, to work hard like that, after 6, 7, 8 years, there will be I will for sure have achieved my physique. I'm willing to multiply the time period that I expect in order to get to the goal that I want to go to, because the goal that you want to achieve in like 1 year is probably like 3 years ahead of you, not 1. And that's how you ensure that you step on the final step. That's how you ensure that you get the trophy. The other thing that I want you to think about is until the period where I was like satisfied with my physique, I was looking at myself at the mirror, I was hating myself, but I was saying to myself, 1 more day, 1 more month, 1 more year, 1 more, 1 more, 1 more. I had so many times where I wanted to give up. I was like, 1 more, 1 more, 1 more, and here I am many years after I have been doing that method, still on the grind. And the reason for that is because I decided to try it 1 more time. Get that 1 more time mentality. Guys, that is it. That's what I want to tell you. It will take time. It will take so much time. You will be so frustrated and angry. You will be happy. You will achieve so many things. You will feel so many things. That is the process of building your physique. That is the process of becoming someone who you want to be. If you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to go through the years learning, you will fail. If you're willing to go and embrace the process and the hard work, you will build your physique, guys. Stay focused. See you in the next one.